Alright, so imagine picking up a phone in 2026 that instantly feels like it's punching way above its price, and not just in one area, but across the board. And that's exactly the vibe I got when I started using the Infinix Note 60 Pro, because this thing is not trying to play it safe, it's going all in with a crazy combination of design, performance, and features that you normally expect from much more expensive devices. And I'm telling you right now, this might be one of those phones that completely shifts expectations in the mid-range space. So if you're into tech and you like getting the most value for your money, this is definitely one you want to pay attention to. And before we go deeper, make sure you hit that subscribe button and drop a like, because I've got a lot more real-world tech reviews coming your way. Now, starting with the design, this phone feels surprisingly premium in hand. It's just 7.4 millimeters thin, which is honestly impressive considering everything packed inside. And at around 201 grams, it has a solid feel without being too heavy. The aluminum frame and aluminum back give it that flagship-like rigidity, and the Gorilla Glass protection on the front adds confidence for everyday use. But what really makes it stand out is that RGB notification light and the active matrix design on the back. It adds personality without being over the top, and in a world where most phones look the same, this actually feels refreshing and unique. Then you turn it on, and the display just grabs your attention instantly. This is a 6.78-inch AMOLED panel with a 144 Hz refresh rate. And yes, you can feel that smoothness everywhere, whether you're scrolling social media, gaming, or just navigating through the UI. It feels fluid and responsive. The brightness is another level too, with peak brightness going up to 4,500 nits, which means outdoor visibility is not even a concern anymore, and the colors look punchy, but still balanced thanks to HDR support. And honestly, watching videos or even just browsing photos on this display is a really enjoyable experience. Performance is where things get even more interesting, because this phone is running on the Snapdragon 7's Gen 4 chipset, and paired with up to 12 gigabytes of RAM, it handles pretty much everything you throw at it without breaking a sweat. Apps open quickly, multitasking feels smooth, and even heavier games run surprisingly well. And what I like is that it doesn't just feel fast for a few minutes, it stays consistent over longer sessions, which is something that matters a lot in real-world use, especially if you're someone who games or edits content on your phone. And speaking of real-world use, the software experience is running on Android 16 with XOS 16 on top. And while Infinix software used to be a bit hit or miss in the past, it's clear they've improved things a lot. It feels more refined, animations are smoother, and there are actually useful features here instead of just unnecessary clutter. Plus, the promise of up to 3 major Android upgrades is a big deal, because it means this phone is not just fast today, but it's also built to last for the next few years. Now let's talk cameras, because this is usually where mid-range phones compromise, but the Note 60 Pro is holding its ground with a 50-megapixel main sensor with optical image stabilization, and in good lighting conditions the shots come out sharp, detailed, and with nice dynamic range. Even low-light performance is decent thanks to OIS helping keep things stable. And then you have an ultra-wide camera, which is great for capturing more in the frame, and while it's not flagship level, it's definitely usable and adds versatility. And for video, you're getting 4K recording, which again is something people actually care about in 2026, especially for content creators. Audio is another area where this phone quietly impresses you, because it comes with stereo speakers tuned by JBL, and the sound output is loud, clear, and has a bit of depth to it, which makes watching videos or playing games more immersive. And even though there's no headphone jack, the high residential audio support, both wired and wireless, means you're still getting a solid listening experience overall. Now here's where things get really exciting: the battery, because this phone is packing up to a massive 6,500 milliamp hours battery, and that translates into serious endurance. You can easily get through a full day and even push into a second day, depending on your usage. And when you do need to charge, the 90-watt fast charging is insanely quick, going from 0 to full in under an hour. And yes, there's also wireless charging, which is still rare in this segment, plus reverse charging options, which means you can even top up other devices if needed. And if you're a gamer, the bypass charging feature is a huge bonus, because it helps keep temperatures down during long sessions. And this is the part where I want to quickly say, if you're enjoying this breakdown and you like honest tech reviews like this, make sure to like the video and subscribe, because it really helps the channel grow and lets me keep bringing more content like this. Connectivity and extra features are also well covered. You're getting full 5G support, Wi-Fi 6, Bluetooth 5.4, NFC, and even an infrared port, which is something a lot of brands have dropped, but it's actually super useful in daily life. Plus, you've got things like a heart rate sensor and SpO2 monitoring, which are nice additions especially for users who care about basic health tracking. So when you step back and look at the complete package, the Infinix Note 60 Pro feels like a phone that's trying to redefine what mid-range means in 2026. It's not perfect, of course. The ultra-wide camera could be better, and some people might still prefer a cleaner software experience. But the overall value here is honestly hard to ignore. You're getting a premium design, a stunning high refresh rate display, strong performance, a massive battery with crazy fast charging, and a feature set that checks almost every box. At the end of the day, this is one of those phones that makes you question whether you even need to spend flagship money anymore. Because for most people, this is going to deliver everything they actually need, and then some. And if Infinix prices this right, it could easily become one of the most popular devices of the year. So yeah, if you're thinking about upgrading and you want something that feels modern, powerful, and different without breaking the bank, this is definitely a phone worth considering. And if you made it this far, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more tech content just like this, because there's a lot more coming soon.